So one of the other things on our list was music, and music is another one of those things, like Joni mentioned earlier in her presentation, about when memories are formed and when the strongest memories are formed. Well, music is also similar to that, and similar to that in that our taste for music tends to form in our teenage years, between about 13 and 19. And in the how-to manual, there's a fairly complex calculation that you can do to really get very specific about what types of music you might want to select for someone, based on their age and when they would have been a teenager and what music would have been popular at that time. And that tends to be the music that they're most connected with, most nostalgic for. And then, of course, you can always bolster that by adding in Billboard hits and popular music and things like that that cross-cut, generations. And that usually will give you a nice selection of music that you can use in working with someone. We also talked about how you can maybe use words as well as part of the creativity and creative process. And so with that, we just wanted to share a little poem that was done in collaboration and co-creation between a lady and one of our clients with dementia. And it goes, "I am a pearl clasped between dark shells in deep water. Find me, bring me into light, and let me adorn you." So again, it's like the pictures, isn't it, Joni? The series of pictures you showed.
Yeah.
It speaks to what this person was feeling and how they were maybe processing those feelings, and what it was like to be them.
Yeah. It certainly captures the personality of this person as well.
Absolutely. So sometimes even just like, writing down, and capturing sort of simple words, if the vocabulary is starting to go, you can still sometimes find some real treasures within that still.
Yeah.
Dancing. Yes, we've definitely had some clients that love to dance over the years, haven't we?
Yes.
So dancing, again, if there's limited mobility, or they're in a chair or something like that, you can still move around, toe tapping, hand clapping, any of those things too, just movement in general. And you can always incorporate items like ribbons or balloons or scarves or balls or all of those things in there. And even if they're not dancing, we've certainly also seen people experiencing others dancing and getting a lot of joy from that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still actively participating, even if they're not physically participating, right?
That's right. Yeah, they become the cheerleading section, part of the audience, right?
Still very engaged, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So don't mistake, not participating by actually doing the dancing themselves as not being engaged with the activity itself, because often they are very engaged. They're just engaging again in their own individual way, right? And showing that individual expression in that way. So performance art and museums, over the years in our Arts and Alzheimer's program, we've had the privilege of working with a number of other arts groups in our local community. We've had clients enjoy dress rehearsals of operas, special afternoon performances of the ballet, more easygoing sort of settings for theater performance, where if people need to get up and move around or things like that, that's acceptable. A lot of times, local museums will have opportunities to to go and visit, maybe for what's called, I think, Joni, you're familiar with therapeutic visits, right? With these types of venues.
Yeah. So you can have access more often to go and see the exhibits, because sometimes you can't see the whole thing in one outing. You don't have the, the attention span or the time to do so.
Yeah, so special arrangements can often be made in that regard too. And these are all really wonderful ways to engage and stay connected, for people with dementia, and also for caregivers too, because we know that this disease unfortunately can be quite isolating for people for many reasons. And so these are all sort of ways in which, to help sort of ease some of that isolation and the loneliness that can come with it.